this is Anne Marie, and today I'm going to talk about my view of the morality of gerrymandering. So, for a little bit of context, basically a couple of weeks ago, Texas, in the effort to gain a bunch of Republican seats and to win over the House, basically redistricted a bunch of their districts to secure Republican seats. So, for example, let's say this one city usually is one district. Instead of having, and that would be democratic, like region, that would be a democratic vote. Well, what they did is they redrew the map to expand from the city lines all the way out hundreds of miles into the country, so that way it would become a Republican seat. Now, in the past, this was frowned upon because the whole point of being able to redraw city lines is so that everyone can be represented. And basically, right now, they're just trying to flip seats to gain Republican power in Texas. Now, in response to this, California is now trying to flip their Republican districts to become Democratic, to basically fight out Texas for those seats and to basically even out the court system again. Now, I would argue that what California is doing, based on the utilitarianism mindset, is that they're actually doing the just thing and they're doing the right thing. Because yes, if you look at the overall issue, it is wrong to cancel out citizens' voices, but it's best for democracy and therefore best for all citizens to cancel out Republican votes right now because of the way that Trump is using Republicans to flip democracy and to basically get rid of it, like he plans on trying to run for office. And yeah, so I think if you look at it from a utilitarianism point of basically doing what is best for everyone as a whole, I think for right now it's okay that they are using their powers to flip it democratic, because eventually it will even out in the House. And the difference between, I would say, Texas and California is California would be writing in a 3-term limit because they assume after 3 terms this will no longer be an issue, whereas as Texas, they're not having a limit. There's no statute of limitations. They're just trying to flip them forever. So, in a utilitarianism point, I think that it is the best thing that they could do. If I were to look at it from the golden rule perspective, my golden rule would to be to represent voters and what voters want. And in this case, they are both wrong and they are both immoral. And because basically they're both erasing the votes of their people and they're not representing their people, they're just basically trying to fight for power. And in that case, they would both be wrong. And if I were California, as I was for the utilitarianism instance, so I'm going to be California for every instance just to keep it even. Basically, for the golden rule, I would not fight Texas. I would just keep my votes equal. So that's what I would do if I was following the golden rule. And then if I was following the golden medium, I would propose that Texas take back their gerrymandering and that they redistrict to actually represent their people, and then I would do the same. That's what the golden medium would do. I also believe that the golden medium would have California, outbalance Texas, because that is the medium, and that's like still keeping the medium within the power of both parties. And then for rule-based, I think you could stick to the one rule, like protect democracy, and then for that argument you would use powers to block out votes, and therefore like California would want to block out Republican votes just to keep the power the same in the Senate.